That countdown is the most awkward thing
it really
in the
is.
world. Just sitting in silence, staring at each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Paul.
Hi, Drew. How are you?
I'm okay. I just realized I left my coffee mug down here from this morning.
Oh,
Yeah. I was wondering, like, my coffee smells like hazelnut. Now I know why.
You still putting hazelnut in your coffee?
No.
No.
This is like flavored coffee. Like the beans are roasted.
Ugh, gross.
Okay, don't get high and mighty with me.
Gross.
You've had time out. You have had me try highfalutin roasted flavored coffee.
I have never personally made roasted flavored coffee myself. I'm firmly against. It's okay to put syrups in there, but flavored coffee beans are gross.
But you had me try like this has notes of chocolate. This has notes.
Okay, yes, but it does not mean they are flavored. Those are tasting notes, like when you're tasting wine. It is not added onto it.
Fucking taste these nuts, you snob. All right. We have a fun night planned tonight.
Okay.
I've been drinking. I was at the memorial.
Good
So
for you.
Yeah.
Good.
So
Okay.
we're gonna blast through this content like I blast through your mom. All right. So it's like, here's the deal. Last week we talked about Diablo 4 a lot, to the point where I'm sure everybody but us was bored. And
I'm so sorry to everybody.
This isn't for you. This isn't for you. This is for us.
There you go.
We will talk about whatever we want. Okay. So I have hit the point in Diablo 4 now where my paladin is like Paragon 155 or whatever.
Okay.
Played it a fair bit.
I'm like at 180, I think. Yeah.
Right now I don't know what to do. Well, I've been running the pit.
What torment level are you at?
I can do 6, but it's dicey. Yeah, I can do 6.
I am solidly at 8.
Okay.
Yeah, and honestly, it's at a point now. Like, this happens to me every season. I play it. Actually, I played 2 characters this season. Sometimes I only play 1. So I played a warlock and then I played a sorcerer. I'm done. I've looked at it, things. I'm like, like I could keep grinding. I could keep going, but I hit a point where I'm just like, I don't want to, and then I go do something else. So, welcome to Diablo.
And that's kind of where I'm at too. Like, I think I understand the core loop. A couple things. I am not smart enough to understand how the Project Cube works.
There are some really good guides online for that, but yeah.
And I really don't understand, outside of my build guide, what gear I should be keeping versus what I should be trashing, what I should be recycling. There's a lot of questions around that. I really don't understand crafting. It seems like sometimes I upgrade something, then I'm not allowed to do anything else to it anymore.
Yeah, that's like there's one thing you can do to it that basically stops progression. And honestly, with like gear, like usually you're looking for like a couple of things. Most gears are either focused around like vulnerable, critical strikes, overpower. So you're looking at gear that gives you that. If resources are an issue, you're looking for gears that give you extra resources or cooldown reduction. So usually like there's like 3 or 4 things that you're looking for your build. And then most of it just ends up going in the garbage, going right in the garbage disposal. Luckily they've added a loot filter. So, but like the weird thing about like a lot of ARPGs, when you have a loot filter, it like automatically salvages things that like you don't have in your loot filter. And in Diablo, you just don't see them, so you don't get the materials, which at a certain point is okay, but like there's still a point where you need some of those materials for upgrades and stuff, and like you need to be like trashing them. So, yeah.
I haven't really understood. Like, not a lot of my gear is socketable right now, so I haven't played with gems or runes or any of that stuff. I don't really understand.
You can add sockets to items at the jeweler.
Yeah, I can. I know that. I also don't really understand Ancestral, and if there's something better than Ancestral, because it seems like that's like 900 power, which is
Yeah,
better
so
than
really,
850 power.
yeah, so it goes like ancestrals with like greater. So an ancestral is can have a greater affix. Doesn't have to.
That's a
It
little
can.
symbol that shows up,
Uh-huh.
right? Yeah,
Yep,
okay.
yep, exactly. Doesn't have to, but it can. And then after that there's like uniques, which could also drop greater affixes. And then there's mythics on top of that. So mythics is kind of like the highest tier.
Which you haven't
Uh,
seen.
I have now seen mythics. They're not the mythics that I have needed. So I threw those also in the garbage disposal to get a resplendent spark. And what like so yeah. You can turn 2 resplendent sparks into a random mythic. Or if you have the right number of runes, you can turn it into a specific mythic that you want. I am like 6 runes short, and they're legendary runes, and I don't wanna I don't wanna go farming for runes.
Could you trade for them? Could you like ask?
I could, yeah, if I wanted to, or real money transaction if I was so inclined, but nah.
That's one thing I was kind of curious about. There doesn't seem to be like a marketplace other than chat, which I think that's always kind of been Diablo's thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
People
yeah.
trading
So
for things.
mm-hmm.
Okay, that's all we have to talk about. Like
Okay.
I'm kind of with you. Like I've got my character through the expansion. I'm in the Paragons. Like I can understand the addiction. It's kind of fun.
It's fun for me until it's not, and it's just like random. Like one time I'm like I sit down, I'm like, I think I'm done playing Diablo this season, and then I just wait for the next one. And they're changing mythics next season, and I'm not sure it's going to be a good thing. So we'll see what happens. But yeah.
And like every season, I know they tweak the balance and everything. So like the build I have now, I'm gonna have to go do a whole another new build and find new gear. I mean, unless I roll a new character, right? Like,
well, for seasonal you have to.
Yeah, which makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, they haven't done like there was a feature in Diablo 3 like Rebirth or something where you had the same character but you had to like level it up, and then or they don't have that mechanic in Diablo 4 yet. So yeah, it's basically roll a new character, keep playing. Your other character will go into the Eternal Realm, which I have never. Once season started, I have never opened up an Eternal Realm character. Just eventually, I'll hit the limit of like 16 characters and go, which one of you are going to die today?
All right.
So
okay. That's all I want to talk about. Just mentioning that's where I'm in my journey.
Okay.
I have seen it through to some sort of completion. Okay. Last week was a long weekend. We had Memorial Day, so we kind of had the long weekend, and I was sick.
Ooh.
And I was sort of rotting on my couch, rotting in bed, and I was just like, I just want to put a movie on. One of my things that I like to do is sometimes I'll just put a movie on the TV. I'll sort of half pay attention to it. I want to take some NyQuil. I want to doze off. And in this house, we subscribe to multiple streaming services. We have Netflix, we have Hulu, we have Amazon Prime, we have, I think we still technically have Disney Plus ? I don't know. But like the main 3 that I look at are Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon Prime. So I was laying there all congested, feeling kind of shitty, and I was just scrolling through looking for a movie to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And I started to notice something.
Okay.
All of these movies are the same fucking movie. All right, and I was so compelled by this very fact that I have prepared a game for you. Okay? This is called the Angry White Guy game.
Oh, I'm going to do horrible at this, I bet.
Okay.
Let's find out.
I don't know. Okay. So here are the rules of the game.
Okay.
I am going to read you a synopsis. And you will score a point if you can tell me if it is a Jason Statham movie or a Liam Neeson movie. Because there's a lot of Jason Statham and Liam Neeson movies that are basically the same movie.
The thing is, I haven't seen like hardly any of those movies in this category, but I will do my best. Do my best.
So I'm going to give you a test question, okay? And I think this is going to set the speed for how this is going to go, okay? Now, you will get a point if you could tell me if this is a Jason Statham movie or a Liam Neeson movie. Okay.
Okay.
And I will say that there are little clues in the description that might help you understand. Okay. You will also get a bonus point if you can tell me the name of the movie.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Now
okay.
the names of the movie might be a little harder. Okay, here we go. This is the tester question. Adam Clay is a seemingly ordinary man living a quiet life as a literal beekeeper while renting land from a kind-hearted woman. When his landlady falls victim to a malicious phishing scam and tragically takes her own life, Clay is driven by a desire for brutal revenge. He is soon revealed to be a retired operative from an elite clandestine national organization
Okay.
known as the Beekeepers.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the beekeeper, right? Jason Statham.
Okay. All right. There you go. Okay. That's the tester question. I'll give you a point
Okay.
for it, but that's what this is. Okay. So here we
I
go.
have not seen that movie, but I am aware of
Okay. So that's the frame of reference that we're working with here. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. I'm going to give you the first one here. I have a lot of these, but if it goes poorly, we'll cut it early. But
we'll cut, yeah. Okay. We'll stop. We'll see how well it goes.
Okay. Meticulous bank robber Tom Carter decides to turn himself in and hand over $9 million in stolen cash so he can live an honest life with the woman he loves. However, his plans for redemption go sideways when two corrupt FBI agents double-cross him and steal the money for themselves. Framed for a murder he did not commit, Tom is forced to go on the run to clear his name. He must ultimately utilize his old military and criminal skills to bring the dirty agents to justice.
I know this is a Liam Neeson movie, but I do not remember the title of it.
Okay, you're correct. Liam Neeson, Honest Thief, 2020.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I meant to do this at the beginning too. AI disclaimer. I used AI to help me search and summarize the movies. Okay, so
perfect.
A lot of these, and I did spot check it, and I used a local LLM with an MCP server to do a web search. And I think IMDb also is an MCP server, but AI. Okay. All right, good. All right, so you got two. Okay, here we go. Veteran big rig ice road driver Mike McCann travels to the Himalayas in Nepal to fulfill his late brother's dying wish to have his ashes scattered on Mount Everest. The spiritual journey quickly turns into a battle for survival when Mike and his Sherpa guide board a mountain tour bus that is intercepted by ruthless mercenaries. The mercenaries are hunting a local activist whose family refuses to surrender their ancestral lands to a corrupt industrialist. Caught in the crossfire of a deadly corporate conspiracy, Mike must step up to protect the innocent passengers and save the local village.
Don't know this one. This feels like a Jason Statham movie.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
Okay. It is not. This is a Liam Neeson movie. This is Ice Road Vengeance. It is the sequel to Ice Road. It is the sequel to Ice Road as a 2025 movie starring Liam Neeson. And by the way, Liam Neeson or Jason Statham are the stars of these movies. They're not supporting actors. They're not like background characters. They are the stars of these movies. Okay. All right, here we go. Number 3. An aging Boston mob enforcer and former boxer known simply as Thug is diagnosed with severe CTE and given only 2 years before his memory completely fades. Looking to atone for a lifetime of violent sins, he attempts to reconnect with his estranged daughter and the grandson he has never met. Unfortunately, his deep ties to the local Southie, that's like a Boston thing, crime syndicate make walking away from his old lifestyle incredibly difficult. When a human trafficking ring threatens his family's safety and legacy, he uses his remaining strength for one final rescue mission.
Okay. Liam Neeson is
Liam Neeson is correct. This is Absolution, the 2024
Absolution. God damn it.
Yeah. Which one did you say?
I was Taken.
Okay.
No.
I mean,
no.
Okay. But you see the spirit of the game now, right?
I just wait, there's another one of those kind of things? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right.
This one's a little bit of a giveaway, but we'll play it out.
We'll see. We'll see how many movies I've seen. Yeah.
A former British government assassin named Shelter is living in self-imposed exile on a remote island off the coast of Scotland. His quiet isolation is shattered when he rescues a young girl from a dangerous, deadly storm. This act of kindness draws them both into immense danger as shadowy figures in an elite government agency hunt them down. Forced out of seclusion, he must utilize his lethal skill set to protect the orphan in a tense journey of survival.
I have no idea what movie this is or who would be in it. I'm just gonna guess Liam Neeson because that seems to be what's going on now.
No, this is
Nope.
Jason Statham in the recently released Shelter movie.
Oh yeah. I don't even know if I knew that movie existed.
Okay, I'll do a couple more.
Okay.
All right.
I'm bad at this.
No, it's okay.
but I see your point. These are
you have two. You're like two for four. So that's good.
Okay.
A mysterious and stoic man known simply as H takes a job as a security guard for a high-stakes armored truck company in Los Angeles. During a violent attempted heist, H shocks his new co-workers by effortlessly eliminating the robbers with terrifying precision military skill. As his suspicious colleagues wonder about his origins, his true motivations are gradually revealed through a shifting, non-linear narrative. H is actually an undercover crime boss, hunting down the specific team of thieves who murdered his young son during a past robbery.
Jason Statham.
Correct. That's Jason Statham in the 2021 movie Wrath of Man.
Wrath of Man.
All right. Last one. All right, here we go. I already did that one. I did that one. Okay. Berlin-based investment banker Matt Turner finds his routine morning commute upended when he agrees to drive his two children to school. While on the road, he receives a call from a mysterious, distorted voice informing him that a pressure-activated bomb is hidden beneath his seat. The unknown caller threatens to detonate the vehicle remotely if Matt stops the car, let anyone exit, or fails to execute a series of increasingly dangerous financial demands. As the police begin pursuing him under a false impression he is the rogue bomber, Matt faces a high-speed race against time to save his family.
Is this The Commuter by Liam Neeson?
Liam Neeson is correct. It is Retribution.
Okay, I think I've seen this movie, and I could.
Okay. All right, we'll stop there. So you got 3 out. You did great. But
okay, I did better than I thought.
Yeah, you're noticing a path here, right? Like
it's a very hard game.
Yeah, some secretive paths of all these people, insane skills.
Also sounds like movies that, angry white guy movie.
Angry white guy movies, right? And it's just like I was flipping through these things and I was like, this is what is this? Like these are just all cookie cutter movies. So anyway, that's how I spent my Friday. That's how I spent my Thursday actually preparing for this. I just thought maybe you'd get it. We haven't done a game in a while, so I thought maybe you'd have fun
that was good. That was good. We haven't done a game. Yeah.
Yeah, the Angry White Guy game. 3 out of 2. Good job, by the way.
Okay.
All right, so let's stay on our media, Kid. You have things to talk about.
Yes. I would like to recommend a TV show that I recently watched on Apple TV. I guess this is called Apple TV now. The Apple TV service that you can watch on your Apple TV. Excuse me. Woo. It is called Margot's Got Money Problems. Are you aware of this show at all? Have you seen anything from
it? I have seen it, a trailer on Apple TV.
Okay. Here's the pitch. Okay. So it stars Elle Fanning. She plays the titular Margot. Not too many spoilers. Basically, she's a college student. She gets knocked up by her professor, has the baby, loses her job, needs money, starts doing OnlyFans. That is the premise of the movie. The series. And the second part of my pitch is 2 more people that are in the show. The first is Nick Offerman.
Okay, I have seen. I think I've seen clips of him in it. Okay,
he plays Margot's kind of estranged father, who used to be a professional wrestler. He is a recovering addict and comes back into her life after she has the kid. Hilarity ensues. And then also Michelle Pfeiffer, who plays Margot's mother, who is very much a, like, someone who wants to be fancier than they are, but like the mom used to work at Hooters and now works at Bloomingdale's, but like those three as the core cast, it's just an amazing show. It's funny, it's clever. I mean, it's not super surprising. You probably predict what's going to happen as things start happening, but the cast, the writing, the performances,
that's some star power.
All stellar. Yeah, it's a spectacular show. I think it's like 8 seasons, each like about 45 minutes to an hour. Eight episodes. Yep. It's good. It's good television all the way down. So, yeah. Highly recommend everybody check out Margot's Got Money Problems.
Michelle Pfeiffer. I had a crush on Michelle Pfeiffer in my formative years. I really did. Oh God. Yeah. Nicole Kidman too. Wow.
But yeah, Nicole. Yeah, that's true. She does. She has a smaller role.
I'm looking at the cast.
Yeah. Nicole Kidman plays a smaller role of someone who used to wrestle with her dad, who is now a lawyer. That becomes important later on. Yeah.
Wow.
It is really, really good.
Okay. I mean, is it funny? I mean, Nick Offerman's always funny.
Yeah, I would call it a dramatic comedy. It is. Okay. It's primarily funny. Nick Offerman is just like, he only comes in at the very end of the first episode, I think, but then he's in the rest of them. He kind of steals any show that he's in. He's such a good performer and actor, but like he plays, the character's name is Jinx, and and like, not too much spoilers, but like the titular Margot has some roommates, and one of her roommates is like a huge professional wrestling fan, and her dad is her favorite wrestler, but she never tells her that that's his dad until one day he like rings the doorbell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's real good. I highly recommend it. It's a good show all the way down.
How long has that been out?
It's not that long. It's based off a book, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty new, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give that a watch. Good. But while we're on the subject of Apple TV, I was flipping through Apple TV when I saw this trailer, and there's another show called Star City.
Yes, I have watched the first 3 episodes of Star City.
I'm on it. I'm just about to start episode 3. Okay. So
now, have you watched For All Mankind yet?
I've only watched the first season of For All Mankind.
Okay, because this is so then you know enough to get caught, like, because this is a spinoff from All Mankind.
Correct. It takes place in the same universe as For All Mankind. And for those of you that haven't watched For All Mankind, the whole premise of that show is the Soviets beat the Americans to the moon.
Yes, they won the space race.
Yep. Yeah. And while For All Mankind, I think, mostly focuses on the American side of the story, there is some Soviet stuff. This is purely, it sort of takes place right after the Russian moon landing from the Soviets' perspective, and it's very like, what you imagine living in the Soviet Union during that time was like.
Yes, lots of not quite espionage, but like intrigue, lots of
intrigue. A little bit of suspense, like yes, in For All Mankind, the Soviets are eating our lunch, but it's like, this is showing you kind of
the other side of
right, like what it took.
Yes, and like how distrustful they are of their own people, and like rightfully so, because like there is. There are shenanigans going on.
There are shenanigans.
The one problem I have with it, I'm 3 episodes in, I can't remember anybody's fucking name.
So, I'm going to confess something to you. I am now a subtitle watcher person.
This show I've started using subtitles because it's easier.
I watch everything with subtitles now for a couple reasons. One, my audio setup in my main living room is just a sound bar, and it's a big room. So it doesn't like, it's either always too loud or too quiet. And if my dog is barking or or someone's cutting the grass or whatever, I can't, right? So I just like having the subtitles on just as a helper. So everything I watch, unless it's a movie I've seen before, I'll just put the subtitles on. Like that is just a default for me at my age now. I don't know. I mean, that has helped me a little bit. So, because I can actually, like, when someone actually says, like, comrade, whatever, and they say their name, like, that helps me.
Yeah. Like, I'm, like, if someone says the name, I probably could picture who that is. I just have a hard time remembering what they are. Because, like, yeah. I mean, Russian names, and everyone they all speak English, but they try to do a slightly Russian accent, and yeah.
So this is like something that Chernobyl did very well. And I've seen people give interviews after the Chernobyl series where it's like, look, we're not going to have people do a bad Russian accent. We're going to have people speak in their native accents, and you're just going to have to pretend these are people. Yeah. And that's kind of what's happening here too. Although they do give them a little bit of an affectation.
I think they give them us a little bit. Yeah. But like, one thing that's like, the sets are absolutely freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Like, they've really captured that like Cold War era, like Soviet Union, just so well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Agree. I'm intrigued. I don't know how many seasons it'll go.
Yeah. The third episode's pretty good.
Okay. Maybe I'll go watch it after this. this.
Yeah. I watched like part of it during lunch, then the second half after work. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, and I'll throw it back out there for all mankind. God freaking damn it! Where is this goddamn frog in my throat coming from? Excuse me 1 minute.
Oh. Yeah, good audio.
Right, that
Love
water.
Love that.
For All Mankind's like in its 6th season, it just wrapped up. It's also really good. It's different. It's more, I would say, kind of more actiony, especially in the later seasons.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I saw a clip of an M16 on the moon, and I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah, or it's probably on Mars, actually.
Okay.
If you saw the recent one, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different show, but it's basically like, like it all comes down to that. Like, the core of the universe is, the Russians won the space race, got to the moon first, and what would reality look like after that? So yeah, it's a good series. I like the universe. I like the premise, the alternate reality kind of thing, alternate history.
Yeah, I can dig that. I can dig that too. That's kind of why I like playing Wolfenstein, like in the New Order and stuff, because it was just like kind of the same thing.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's kind of interesting because it kind of gives me that same vibe. Like Star City gives me a lot of that same vibe. So.
Yeah, and it's fun as someone who enjoyed For All Mankind to see the other side of the story. Is I find that really fascinating. Like. Yeah, like I was like the first 10 minutes, I was like, "Ooh, this is going to be a slog," and then it that little bit of a hook there at the end. You're like, "Oh."
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, and also really, I mean, not to do much of the spoilers, but I really like how they do like the surveillance scenes.
Oh, right.
Because it's not happening at the same time, but like they interweave it. Like, it's a really interesting storytelling device.
Yep. Everybody's apartment is bugged. Like, yeah. So there's a lot of like your friends and neighbors type stuff.
Yes, yeah. It's a very interesting storytelling device, I think, and yeah, it works well. It's a good show so far. Three episodes in, good show.
Yep. All right, you put a new link in the chat.
So, you know me and my handheld gaming, though I haven't bought anything since RAM kind of went bonkers. The price went up. But my go-to handheld device these days is the Asus Xbox, because it's all caps now, ROG Ally X. I love that thing. It's good. It's ergonomic. It's got a, for handheld goes, it's really good. Well, Asus has announced kind of they're doing this like 20th anniversary stuff of the company or whatever. So they're releasing an anniversary edition version of the handheld called the Asus Xbox ROG Ally X20. So what is the difference, Drew? Well, I'll tell you. As far as like specs, like processor, RAM, all the same. They put an OLED screen on that thing. It's a little bit bigger, same resolution, 1080p, but it's a little bit bigger. They replaced all of the buttons. It has like a much better D-pad. It's got one of those. Remember, like the first like Xbox Elite, where you could like turn the D-pad and it would like the corners would come up, or you could push it down.
Yeah.
It's literally got that exact same thing in it. It's got a really neat looking translucent case. On on paper, looks great. Like for me, it would be an absolute no-brainer of an upgrade. I would sell my other one and buy this. But there's one small problem.
I like the aesthetic of the gold though.
Yes. Yeah. And apparently like Asus is going to have a whole bunch of things coming out this year that have that kind of gold accents to celebrate their anniversary.
Okay, so there's one thing.
You cannot buy it by itself. You have to purchase it with a pair of X-Real AR glasses.
What are X-Real AR glasses?
So, are you not aware of X-Real?
No.
Okay, so there are these companies out there that basically put displays in glasses. So
it's
you attach...
is it VR?
No, it's not. It's not VR. It's not 3D at all.
Okay.
It displays a 2D image in front of your eyes through the glasses. So it literally connects as a display to your computer, your handheld, anything. But then the images are projected on the glass, the lenses of the glasses, and you look at those. So it's like if you want to play in private, or like if you're in bed and your partner's sleeping and you don't want to bug them, or you just want to have like a bigger screen in your field of vision. But you have to buy them with the X-Real R1 glasses. So like this whole bundle is going to be like $2,000. Like they haven't announced a price, but it absolutely has to be.
Yeah,
so
ROG X-Real R1 AR glasses are a whopping $849 to pre-order at Best Buy. What would you use this for? Why the bundle?
I don't know why the bundle.
Does it have something to do with gaming?
I do know why the bundle, because everything's expensive now, so they figure if they add something on, they can just raise the price and blame it on the bundle and not the fact that RAM costs 4 times as much. That's my guess. Or they have some sort of stupid deal with the X-Real.
The collaboration blends the features of X-Real's other glasses. My dream pair of AR gaming glasses needs to have these 9 features.
Yeah. So
they just project an image.
They do. Yep.
So this is like Shadowrun SmartLink, Shadowrun 3rd Edition SmartLink.
Yeah, but for video games. Yeah, exactly.
I have absolutely no interest in that.
Me either. I don't. Plus, like, I have to wear them over my regular glasses, and that's not going to work well. And I just have no desire. To me, holding a handheld and looking at it isn't that big. That's not a problem I need to solve. It's good enough. It's good enough.
So you have to buy it with this bundle.
Yes. That's the only way there. At least for what they've announced, it is only coming in a bundle with the glasses.
Shame.
I mean, maybe if the prices aren't too bad and scalpers buy them and sell them separately, maybe. But yeah, at this point, I think it's going to be a hard pass from me, because I do not need X-Real AR video game glasses at all.
Remind me, what did you pay? Because you've had yours for a little bit now. What did you pay for yours?
That is a good question. I'll see if I can find my receipt in my email.
Was it like $1,000?
I think maybe a little bit more. Thank you for your order. That was the case. Oh no, it was $1,000. Yeah, $999.99 is what it cost when I bought it. Yeah.
Now with these upgrades, so this one, if you were able to buy it by yourself, it would be at least $1,000 plus the cost of the upgrades.
Probably more. Yeah. I'm honestly, like, a lot of handhelds have already raised their prices. Asus is kind of the last one to do it. So I fully expect probably when they announce price, they're probably going to raise the price of the base one. I mean, they have to, probably at least a couple $100s to deal with component prices. I mean, heck, the Steam Deck is now like
everybody's mad. Everybody's mad. Because that was such a great deal.
It was a great deal, and now it's not. today, right now, I think the Asus ROG Xbox Ally X, God, what a horrible name, is probably the best deal like in handheld gaming, only because they have not raised their price yet. I have to imagine that's coming soon sometime. I
100%.
don't think, yeah, it's got to go up at least $200 if not more.
Yeah, 100%.
So
Everything's going up.
Mm-hmm. Everything is awful now.
So what are you playing on your handhelds these days?
I've been playing, no, honestly, like I'm kind of in between things. I kind of stopped playing Diablo. I've been watching TV and reading comics. I'm interested in playing the new James Bond game, First Light.
I've heard good things.
Yeah. Though September is gonna be huge.
Control, right? Yeah, I saw that. That's when Control's coming out.
Yeah, Control Resident. Yeah, they dropped a new trailer today, like right before we jumped on the call.
Really?
Yeah.
Put that in the doc. I want to watch that.
Yeah. It's the voiceover is done by our good friend Emily Pope.
Good.
They also released like a gameplay trailer too. Let me drop the trailer
Control
into the
was
doc.
such a great game.
I might replay that one more time.
I think I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, hold on. Let me click on this. YouTube, why don't you share? Copy. Yeah. It looks real good. Real good. Control. There we go. Link. It's an IGN reposting it, but that was the first one that came up in my search. So
okay.
Yeah, that looks real good. So maybe you're playing Controls in my future.
What else is coming out in September? I see that the internet
Wolverine.
Is... Oh, okay.
Wolverine. Mm-hmm.
I also see the internet
which will be a PS5 exclusive. Yeah.
I also see the internet is going crazy for the big cube of the new God of War.
Yeah, Lafe or whatever. Yeah. I do. I'm excited for it. I watched the trailer. Like, I get like internet like how can you call it God of War when the God of War is not in it? And it's like, fuck you, man. They're telling a story here.
Right.
Like the combat looks ridiculous. I'm a big fan of what Deborah Ann Wolf, Deborah Ann Wolf, the actress who plays that character. I'm a big fan of her. She's great in the Daredevil series and stuff like that. The combat looks good. It's a kind of a continuation of the same story. I'm excited for it. It looks great. So, but I'm pretty sure, like, with Sony going, hey, you know that thing we did where we used to put a lot of our exclusives on PC? Yeah, we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, I heard that too. Such a bummer too, because they sold really well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they sold really well, and I'm sure that there's significant development effort to make it multi-platform, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I get it, but it kind of sucks because, like,
it does.
I still have The Last of Us and The Last of Us 2 on my wish list to play on the PC because I've never played those games, and that's the only place I probably would play it.
Yeah, Last of Us still my favorite video game of all time.
I hear it's a very good time.
It is. It's good. It's good. And the remaster with the changes they made to the gameplay help a lot too. Help it be still playable. Still very much a modern video game. Still very playable compared to like the original PS3 version. Yeah, they did a really good job there.
What comics are you reading?
I am reading Absolute Batman. I think we talked about that in the show before. Absolute Superman, Absolute Wonder Woman.
Well, there's been more of those. How are they?
Yeah, they're good. So some of them are better than others. I could not get into Absolute Flash. I just could not. It was so bad. The writing was bad. They're doing like Absolute Green Arrow, which apparently is bonkers because like it's actually like an undead Green Arrow that's killing billionaires. You know, very 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 very
and
topical
remind
these
me,
days.
Absolute Batman. What was the twist? I forget.
Okay, so in the Absolute series, it's the characters you know, but all of them have some sort of twist to them, so they're not what you expect.
And there was
For
something
Absolute
about Batman.
He is not rich. He was grown up poor.
That's right.
You know, his father died, but his mom was still alive. All of the villains are kind of like, some of the villains are his friends. Some of the villains are like the Joker in this world is just absolutely fucking bonkers. Yeah, Pennyworth is actually like an M16 secret agent who's been assigned to like help Batman, apparently. Uh uh yeah, it's very, and he's like just this absolute like beast of a human being. Yeah.
So
And
you're
like for
doing,
Superman, like
yeah.
he didn't come, like he was a fully, like he was like a teenager when Krypton was destroyed and was sent to Earth. So he grew up on Krypton, and like it's just a little different spin on that.
And then there was the Martian guy, right?
Yeah, there's like absolutely, yeah, which couldn't really get into. I'm also rereading a lot of some old uh the the Batman series that started with the whole DC Rebirth thing. I started reading those. I think they started in like 2006 or something, that series. It's pretty, it's got like Fear State Alpha as one of the storylines, and like Hush 2 is in this one as well. Which I've never read Hush 2, so I'm reading those. They're pretty good. I'm picking at, they did a Poison Ivy series. I'm reading some of that. So really I just have the DC's comic thing that I pay them a subscription and I get comics, and I just like go through and I'll read things, and yeah, it's good. I like comic books. Comic books are good.
Yeah. You got me into comic books. I just haven't really picked any up in a while.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do the absolute Batman thing.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's you'll know right away if you like it or not. It's because you'll see where the differences are and stuff. So yeah.
I'm not invested enough in Batman to care about the differences. I think the differences would make it more interesting to read. I think it would keep me interested.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's kind of the point, right? It's just like this, it's this, fundamentally it's Batman, but he has just different circumstances and what that looks like. You know, he's still really smart. He knows how to build things, but like he's not rich. You know, he's cool. All right.
I got one other thing.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. So as you know, I have invested earlier, I think it was earlier this year or late last year, in my local AI setup. One of the things, if you've read any LLM subreddits or Stable Diffusion subreddits or anything like that, is you can never have enough VRAM. You just can't have enough.
Okay, yeah. That's why NVIDIA's making so much money selling those very high-end GPUs. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I just don't have the physical capacity to slam anything else in here. Like, I could go buy a new 5090 and run dual 5090s, but that would be pushing, I think, some real thermal limits. You know, unless I want to like fool myself into doing custom water cooling loops again, which I do not. I just don't think that that's a good thing. So I've sort of been kicking around a few ideas, and I'm trying to tell myself that I shouldn't buy this. Have you seen these?
Oh yeah, this is the same chip that is going into the new NVIDIA stuff that they're doing. Yeah, the DGX Spark. Yes, so, I have heard of this.
So for those of you that don't know,
it's a couple years old right at this point, right?
At least a year, right? It's about as old as the Blackwell architecture at this point. But for those of you that don't know, what this is an integrated shared memory architecture, very similar to what Apple does with its Macs these days, where it's like you have a processor and then you have a memory bus that is shared for everything. It's not like you have discrete GPU memory or discrete system memory. It's just a bucket of memory, and you use it for whatever you want. Now, the platform architecture is the same thing that they have in their high-end AI processing GPUs. So, like the Blackwell series is what you'll hear it referred to as. And these are basically just little desktop cubes. They're headless. So, you know, you can hook a monitor up to it, I think. But the whole idea is that you basically plug it in, you plug in a network cable, and then you would connect to it remotely over SSH, or they make like desktop software for it.
Is it run Linux under the covers?
It is. It is a flavor of Ubuntu.
Okay.
It is like NVIDIA's thing around Ubuntu. Now, what it is it's basically designed for a couple different workloads. So it's a really good way to have a little big, it's a little big form factor device. It has 128 gigs of shared memory, but it's high performance memory. So if you are the kind of person who is developing AI model locally with like your laptop that might have 32 gigs of RAM, this is a nice place to offload that workload. You can also do it for fine tuning of models, data science. You can also use it for inference. So it's very easy once you have one of these devices. And I've watched some YouTube videos and I've read some blogs and some other stuff where it's like, you get this thing up and running, and then it's very easy to kind of there is an open source aspect to it to where you can sort of break out of the core utilities and things that come with it. So you can run like OLlama or VLLM, download whatever models you want, and then use it as an inference point. So right now, my total horsepower in my AI server is like, what is it? It's 3090, so that's 32 gigs of memory. Or I'm sorry, 5090, which is 32 gigs of memory, and a 3090, which is 24. So between the two, I can run two LLMs. I can have like a coding LLM, and then I can have whatever. The problem is that even with 32 gigs of RAM, you really can't get big parameter models. I think because like the two things that secretly eat your memory is, first of all, the size of the model, which ideally you want to try to fit the whole model into your GPU. The minute you have to start going back to CPU, your tokens per second coming back for inference are just, it's garbage, right? So the whole idea is you want to try to fit this into your high performance memory of like a GPU. So I think I can technically fit a 30 billion parameter model into my current hardware, and I can go up to like 60 or more if I dedicate both GPUs to the same model. Because you can split it depending on what wrapper you put in front of the model, you can split them across GPUs. But the killer here is that's just the model. Your context also takes memory.
Yeah.
So if I want to make sure that something I talked about 20 prompts ago is still in my context, or I add in instructions, or I add in tool calls or thinking, that's all context. So you don't necessarily want to try to fit the biggest model you can into your memory. You want to try to fit one where you can still have a decent amount of context. So what a lot of people were doing is people were buying Mac Studios when they shipped with like 256 gigs of RAM.
Or 512, they used
or 512,
to,
which you can't even get anymore.
You can't get them.
Yep. People bought into those because it was roughly the same price, if not just a little bit more than these things are going for right now. Like when these things first came out, they were going for like $3,700. They're above $4,000 now. The price has gone up. So it's like $4,400 for this dedicated device. Now, I mean, I could go to Micro Center tomorrow.
Well, they have these at Micro Center?
They do. You can buy these at Micro Center.
Okay.
Yeah. At least, let me make sure. DGX Spark. I always see them advertised. Yeah, they have 9 of them in stock. They're $4,700 now.
Oof. Yeah.
And by the way, you can actually, if you bought 2 of these, you could actually
bundle.
you could team it together, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could team it together over a high-speed bus, and then you would basically be doing what I'm doing now with 2 GPUs. But just for perspective, right? So that whole device with 128 gigs of RAM is $4,700. Okay. Now, if I wanted that much memory, to do something with this on, if I wanted to add another discrete GPU, the biggest GPU I could buy that would not make me deaf, because it wouldn't be like a data center GPU.
Yeah.
Would be the maybe they sold out of them. Where's the filter? Where's my filter? There it is. So they make the oh shit, the price has gone up on these too. So the NVIDIA RTX Pro 6000 Blackwell Max Q, which is a 96 gig video card, is now $12,000. It was $9,000 2 months ago.
So this is technically a cheaper way to get that much memory.
Potentially. Now, the thing that I've been reading about is just if I was to go buy this and I was use it to inference, how fast would it be, right? And there's been some people that have done some testing around like because we can go down a whole rabbit hole here, but there's these things called quantizations that basically are like different quality or um, basically it's mostly a measure of quality around like how was it quantized, how was it parameterized. There's like FP16, BF16, and then there's like Q8, Q6, whatever. And like they're all different sizes, they're all varying degrees of quality. So like what I've been able to glean is that would it be as fast as a discrete GPU? No. Would it be faster than a generation ago's GPU? Probably. So like that's kind of the trade-off here is that since this is like a shared memory platform, it is the Blackwell architecture, so it could still be pretty quick, but it wouldn't be as quick as a GPU. And like that's the part I struggle with a little bit is like, would it really be worth it to go and get this and use it as like an inference, like OpenAI, API compatible endpoint type thing?
Got it. Got it.
So that's kind of where I'm at right now. But the part of the reason I'm looking at it is there are a lot of really good open source models out there right now. I don't think there's anything that quite gives Claude a run for its money, but like they're getting pretty close.
They're pretty good.
They're getting pretty good. Like some of like the latest or the latest Open Llama, some of the latest Google ones that are open source are pretty good too. So they're getting better. So like I'm like tempted, but here's the thing. I pay, what is it, like $24.99 a month for my Claude subscription right now, and I use it a couple times a week. Just because I'm busy, and part of my job is just telling people not to hurt themselves and not actually building things. So I don't use Claude every day. I would have to have a Claude subscription for many, many, many years.
Yeah.
Before this would be cost effective, right? And that's where I struggle greatly right now. I struggle mightily with that. So long way of saying that this is on my radar as maybe like the next AI upgrade that I do, but I can't quite get my head around it yet.
Yeah. Well, do you want to see what I've been doing with Claude?
Yes, I do. I would love that, actually.
Okay. So this will be last. So this link will not be in the show notes because this link is just for Drew. Okay. Well, so the website for our show, I designed it a while ago. It's fine. It's fine. But it is very much of a time, right? It's kind of no longer in fashion. And I had a laundry list of things that I wanted to change and I wanted to do. So I've been working on a redesign for the website with Claude. And I'm going to give you a sneak peek, Drew. It's not quite, there's some things I still want to fix, but I'm going to give you a sneak peek. So I'm going to put a URL.
Hold on. Before you do, you gave me a sneak peek not too long ago about the transcriptions.
Yeah, okay. The transcriptions are live, right?
Okay,
that is in the website. I don't have every episode transcribed, but new ones are out there. You can see the transcription of the episode. You can get real time, in synced kind of stuff. So hold on, I'm going to put a link in the doc.
Okay.
This is not a friendly link. This is a very ugly link. But that's because it's just for you.
Okay, should I read it out loud? Okay.
No, please don't. I mean, people can go, if they knew it, they could go there.
Oh, look at this. I like the colors.
It supports dark mode and light mode. So you actually go down the bottom, you can toggle back and forth. It defaults to auto. So like it's that, right? It has a dark mode, it has a light mode. You can tell I
just turned on light mode. Ready, watch. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. So it's got both. It's just a little bit more cleaner. That changed the typography a little bit.
But you got some YouTube embedding going on here.
Yeah. That's actually in the current site too, but it's everything's just a little bit more modern. Some of the baggage along the way is I've cleaned up some stuff. I finally have like a jump to episode thing. So if you know the episode number, you can just go there and not that like you could do basically / episode number, but it's something I wanted. I've cleaned up like some of the stuff in the social page and the about page and the listen page and stuff. It's just, it's something I've just been noodling on with Claude, basically telling it what I wanted and letting it go. The CSS is actually in a much better place now. I've improved some little things in how it works and on the back end. At some point, I'm going to merge it in. There's still a couple little minor things that I want to fix before I go, because I'm that kind of person, right?
This looks pretty good, Paul.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. There's some transition points as it goes to like into its responsive design that like I want to fix. Like there's a point if you make the window smaller, there's a point where like the title of the name gets clipped off before it disappears entirely. And no. It's either got to be the full title or no title.
How many prompts did this take?
That's a good question. I will tell you this because, well, typically what I do, a couple dozen at this point, okay. Maybe upwards of 30. My typical go-to is like I start in plan mode. You know, I start with like this. I have one focus thing that I want to do. I explain it. It says what it's going to do. I correct it. And then I let it go, I test it, I commit that, and then I start again and go over. So it's I didn't like one shot big bang this at all. It was very slow, very deliberate as I was going through. But it's at least, I mean, honestly, it's probably at this point, looking at the number of commits I have, it's got to be like 30 commits.
Okay.
Sort of this stuff. So like 30 sessions. Though a couple of them are things that I just did without clause. Like I know how to fix this. And I can go with, or mostly stuff I wanted to remove. I didn't ask Claude for that.
Yeah.
So you probably got 24 prompts in there.
Now, did you have it like read our current website for the content?
Yeah. So I worked it like so I can run the whole website locally. So right. Yeah. So that's,
but like all the content, like I'm sure you had it do the design, you had it do the navigation and everything. And then you just basically said, now make it look like this. How did what was walk me through your process?
So first thing I did is basically like, so like if you run the website locally, you have all the episodes, it's all in there, right? It's basically a bunch of like JSON files that it reads at runtime. I could almost make it a static site if I could support some old links, and the way I do search is not static site compatible. But basically I started like, hey, like just give me some ideas. Like I know the website is very dated, and it's like, yeah, you look like a lot of 2006 podcast websites. I'm like, you definitely know my inspiration. It was 2006 podcast websites. You got it, buddy. Got it in one. And it came with some suggestions of like what it thought I should do. And then I just basically started like the first, like honestly, that first commit, you can see a lot of the bones of the, you know, if you go back in the git commit history, like that first one, you can see a lot of the bones of what it was, right? It changed the colors, it moved the sidebar over, you know, introduced like light and dark mode. And then from there is mostly just me going like, okay, yep, that's a great first step, commit it. I don't like this. I don't like this. Let's add this. Let's do that. And a bunch of just like little things. Like the episode page itself is a little more organized. You can collapse by year. I might put some like quick links into years on there as well. And there's basically, I had this little laundry list of things that annoyed me about the current website. And then I just got the bee on my bonnet of like, fuck it. Like, let's go, Claude. Let's go. Whoop, whoop. And the weird thing is, this is the thing that amazes me. I built this website for, again, like, it's not for you. It's for me. And it's weird, and I have lots of weird decisions about how I did things. And Claude was just like, yeah, I got you. I see what you're doing here. I'm going to keep doing it the same way. It didn't try to rewrite anything, like some of the core functionality. It just like, it was focused and knew what I was doing and like understood my view layout and how all the routes worked. And like, there is significantly more JavaScript in this version than the first one, but like, the page, I mean, if you throw this at like one of those like internet, like how fast is my page compared to others? Like it's like A's all the way across. Like it's
wow.
Yeah. And I did some things about like it runs in a Docker container a container image in DigitalOcean. I did some stuff about optimizing, like it minifies the CSS and JavaScript now as part of that Docker build image. So that's, quicker to load. it's just like a laundry list of things I've been thinking about. So I'm gonna keep poking at this, and at some point the website's gonna look different. Maybe by the time this episode's up, I'll have enough of it done that I feel good merging it in and shipping it out there. So
I think it looks pretty good, man.
Yeah. If you see anything you don't like, let me know. But yeah.
No, I think it looks great, dude. I love it. Yeah. I love the colors too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
It looks very, very good. Yeah, this is cool, man. Yeah. So was this like a couple weeks worth of work or?
When did I start? Yeah, I started. I started on the 26th of May. So not that long ago.
Not even really, no. Like about a week.
Yeah, it's amazing how fast. It's amazing how fast the stuff works. And like it was never like a lot. It was mostly like, I was like, oh, I need to do some housework. Let's start by throwing a prompt into Claude first, then go do something and come back and see where it is and let it go. Like it wasn't like there was a lot of unattended execution. Yeah, all built with Claude. Primarily 4.6. I think 4.8 came out while I was doing this, but I haven't bothered switching yet. So
okay.
Yeah. Or
very cool.
Well, whatever I was on. Yeah.
Maybe this will launch in time for our episode that comes out. So keep an eye on the website, I guess.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, buddy, I think that's a show.
So we won't be able to record next week, so I'll be in Los Angeles.
That's right. Okay.
But the week after that, people get to look forward to not only my Hellmouth Con report, but we get to talk about Dub Dub.
Oh, right. Are you going to go to that too?
No.
Okay.
Dub Dub is on the keynote's on Monday. It's next week. Sometimes I've taken off to watch the keynote. I didn't this year because I'm leaving to go to LA at the end of the week. So
I cannot wait to hear about this.
I'm super excited. Though the shitty thing is Anthony Head died today.
Who?
Anthony Head. He played. So if you've seen Ted Lasso, he plays Rupert. He played Giles in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He passed away today in the 70s. Complications from pneumonia.
Oh, yeah. Bummer.
Yeah, so that's going to be a cloud hanging over all the Buffy fans coming up.
Did they announce any more
but
people since we last talked?
They announced one more person. She played Kennedy in the last season. They started announcing there's what you pay for the convention, and then there's extras, right? Like things you can do. The one that my daughter went through, looked at him. We had this is the one we really want to do, and here's our second. And there's limited tickets. I didn't get the first one, which was a walking tour with a couple of the actresses throughout the high school, but. Yeah. We get to have brunch with a bunch of the cast from Buffy that's going to be there. So that'll be something we get to do. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Should be a good time. And if not, we're in LA. At the same time, the World Cup's going on. So, yay.
Yeah. Yeah. We should see if Arabelle wants to be on the show. I really want to talk to her about this. When it's all said and done. So just throwing that out there.
I'll see if she wants to come on. I can get a 2 microphone set up in here.
Exactly.
I think.
Exactly.
Also, before I wrap up, she takes her exam for her driver's license tomorrow. So
cool. Just in time for her to drive in LA.
Yep. Oh.
Well, good luck with that.
Okay.
Buddy.
Yeah. Thanks. I think that's a show.
That's a show.
Yeah. Doingtheirbest.com. /312. You can find all the show notes for this very episode. And hey, thanks for listening.